Alright, cool, we're back. We're back again. Like when I said that Restitched does not run perfectly on my computer, like this is what I meant. But yeah, this is it. Like running OBS and Restitched, like even without OBS, like the fan on my computer is going crazy. Like even when even when I'm not streaming or like recording or anything like that. But yeah, we weren't really making anything. I was just like, I was talking about, I remember what I was talking about. Yeah, hi again. Hi Evan and hi Fire Caps again. But yeah, like I was talking about how making costumes in Little Big Planet isn't really like as easy as it is here. Because if you were to like place a sticker, or I guess in this case a stamp on something that has texture, like this isn't like a smooth texture, but like it goes on smoothly. They're at least smoother than it would in Little Big Planet. Like you could, I think I actually did make an outfit with like faded dreads. I'm not gonna do that right now. I made like black dreads and then it had like a red fade at the bottom. You can't do that in Little Big Planet easily, because like it doesn't have like a smooth like texture back, or like certain objects or like certain items are like hard to sticker. Like this, I had no problem stickering this in Restitched or in Little Big Planet, but like each like hair strand is like a separate thing. For some outfits in Little Big Planet is just like really weird. So I'm glad they didn't do that in Restitched. But yeah, my Charlie Brown outfit, I'm gonna remake it to make it more perfect. You see like here, let me get rid of this. You see right here, like it's not perfect over here. And also I'm gonna make it orange. Like I don't know if Charlie Brown's shirt is orange or yellow. Fun fact, my bedroom is Charlie Brown themed. Not by choice. It was painted that way when I was like a baby. But like my bedroom is Charlie Brown themed. So basically, as better stamping and blending my background with the D-shaped 3D objects. Yeah, basically. But yeah, my bedroom is Charlie Brown themed. It was painted that way when I was younger. So like directly in front of me, it's like murals for like the 4 seasons. Directly in front of me is, I can't play Restitched while my laptop is charging, because plugging my laptop causes my CPU speed to drop. Just because it's key issues. Yeah, maybe I'll try that, not stream, but like that could be like a possible. It's yellow. Yeah, to the left of me, the wall on to the right of me displays Charlie Brown's shirt as yellow, but directly behind me, his shirt is orange. But yeah, my bedroom, it's like the 4 seasons. So directly in front of me is winter. So there's Charlie Brown standing in front of Snoopy's doghouse that's decorated Christmas themed, and then there's like a little tree. It's like a branch basically. Then to the right of me is the fall scene, so Charlie Brown standing in front of Snoopy, who is giving him like a turkey, and there's like fall leaves. Directly behind me is like a picnic scene with the Peanuts gang, so like Lucy and the rest of them, and like Snoopy and Woodstock, and they're just having like hot dogs and watermelon. And then behind my pillow, behind my bed, is like the spring scene, where it's like flower, like Woodstock giving a line of stuff of flowers. So yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Your grandmother loves Snoopy. That's cool. But yeah, I have a Snoopy hoodie. But yeah, I guess it's like sort of cool that my bedroom is like Peanuts themed. But like, I think in 6th grade I wanted to like paint over it. I wanted it to be like space themed. But like, no, my dad wouldn't let me, because apparently he spent like a long time painting this. But yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. And I have Snoopy curtains, like not all my curtains, but like one of my windows has Snoopy curtains. But yeah, I have a Snoopy costume, and then I have my Woodstock costume. Oh, and then I made my Sackboy swimsuit. There's no flip-flops though. I would have added like flip-flops or something, but like I guess they don't have it like in that demo. But yeah, mostly I've just been designing stuff for like my character. So yeah, I have 3 outfits for my character now. I have my rich boy costume, just based off of the outfit that I have in Little Big Planet 3. Then there's my character's signature outfit, which is based off of Little Big Planet 3. And then there's the one that I made today, the Dunkin' Donuts t-shirt, which is based off of a t-shirt that I have in Little Big Planet Vita. And Louis Planet Vita, it has like the full logo, like has Dunkin' and orange, donuts in pink. It doesn't have the, it has like the cup, I think. I think he didn't want to change because that's sentimental value to my thing. Yeah, probably. But also because he spent like a long it probably took like a couple of days or like a few days to paint it. But yeah, like it's been that way since I was like a baby. But yeah, we got the Dunkin' and Louis Planet Vita, so it's the full words, like I was talking about before. I'm not sure if you were here when I was talking about like the stamp limit and why I can't make the size limit. Like one of the other limitations that like Restitched had is that you can't make it stuff like super small. So like this is the smallest I can make it. If I want like rounded letters, like I couldn't round up the D. Well, technically I could. Let me actually. How do I do this again? Technically I could round out the D, like a little bit. It won't be perfect, but like the same methods I used to like round out this, I could use it to like round out the D. Oh, you should have tried adding space theme stuff around it. It would have been cool too. Yeah, but the thing is, like in 6th grade, I wanted it to be like, not like space theme, but like campfire theme, like a night sky that you would see on a campfire, and I wanted like my bed to like have like a tent over it. It would be cool, but like, I don't know. But I guess he could have like, I don't know how like, I guess it, I don't know, but like, I don't think I would have been like willing to compromise when I was like in 6th grade though. But yeah, I guess I could round this out a little bit. But like this is what you have to do to get like rounded out stuff and restitched. Since like the circles. I was pressing the wrong button. I was wondering why I wasn't rotating. But yeah, the circles don't go super small. Well, that thing would have also been cool too. Yeah, I was inspired by Tomodachi Life. I don't know if you played Tomodachi Life, like the original, the one that came out, not the Japan one, but I'm talking about like the one that came before Living the Dream. I played that when I was in 6th grade. Like, I guess I played it like all throughout middle school, but like definitely in 6th grade I played it. And like they had like where you could like design, like you could not design, you could choose rooms for your Miis. It was on the Nintendo 3DS. But yeah, there was like a room that was like campfire themed. So I wanted my room to be campfire themed because it just looked really cool. They have like other rooms too. Like there's one that's made entirely out of gold that obviously costs a lot of money in the game. And then there's like other ones, there's basic ones too. But like give me a quick example how you made that letter B with the sprites. Okay, so I'll show you with my Blink t-shirts. I made a Blink t-shirt just for this stream, so I could like start fresh. But either way, how I made the D. Let's see. Let me look at the logo again. I feel like 2 gift cards right next to me. So I did the pink first. I would have done it from like left to right, but I have to do it starting with the right first because I like how I do it. But yeah, the size. So first I'll make the circle big, but not too big. So like this, add a circle. Wait, no, I did it wrong. You have to like so you smear it like this. You do that like a few times. Since the D isn't like a perfect circle that's cut in half. And then what you do is you smear this a few times. And again, you have to do this because like a D isn't a circle. It isn't a semicircle. Or at least not exactly. So yeah, you smear the pink, you smear the white. And then for this, if this had a 90-degree angle snap, it would be easier. But I think this is close enough. I didn't have it perfect before, which is why it was tilted. And then it shouldn't be exactly half. It should have like some straight edges like this. Then what I did, So I made it like as straight as I could possibly make it. And then what I did is I added circles, because the Dunkin' Donuts logo is like rounded. Like it's rounded on the outside, not the inside. And then I just added like a line connecting the two, and it's probably not gonna connect perfectly because I probably like went in too much on one of them. Look, that actually isn't bad. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. It's not perfect. This is too wide, but that's pretty much how you do it. You just want to make sure. It's just because like the curve of like the t-shirt, of the curve of like the stuffy's body. I couldn't tell if I had it like that. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. Well, yeah. If we were talking about the color slider, let me show y'all that right now. Actually, like if you haven't tried out Restitched, which it sounds like you haven't, so in Little Big Planet, you would have to place a sticker to change skin tone. Actually, in Little Big Planet, you actually use the rough skin from the Muppets pack, but for most skin tones, you would have to use a sticker for it to look the way you want it to look. So in Restitched, you could have it to any color you want. So to get mine, I just like changed it a bit, so I think for this, so it's like 81. But you can make it as dark or as light as you want. So you could, these are the skin tones, I guess. You could just choose one that looks good, and then from there, you adjust it to make it darker. But yeah, if I was trying to make myself from like real life, this would be like a good skin tone. I have a darker skin tone than my sack boy, since I was just like experimenting with skin tones when I made my sack boy. I was trying to find one that looked good without using custom stickers. But yeah, this would be good if I was like trying to make me from real life. Maybe a bit darker. But yeah, it pretty much gives you the room to just make more colors and stuff. And then you could do the same thing. It's not perfect though. Like, let me show you the t-shirt. This is apparently a white t-shirt. This is the lightest it could go. Luckily, you could fix it with stickers or stamps. But yeah, this is black, gray, another shade of gray, light gray, then white. And then you could do the same thing here with more precision. But as you can see, this is full white. Hopefully you did good. Whoever used the shapes to create the letter. Back in the BOT emblem days, people found ways to find more economic shapes to make letters or their shapes easier to make. Oh yeah, thanks. I'll save you on the total number of steps. But yeah, it's definitely easier now that they increase it to 150. But yeah, this is apparently white, so you have to use like a white sticker to make it like actually white. Let's see what else. I'll show you how I made my shirt, I guess. This is the original version. So, this is pretty much it. This is how I made it. Whole bunch of squares outlining the shape, pretty much. Like, I like blocked it out with like circles to get like to center it and get the right proportions. I did like 3 circles, or like 3 or 4 circles. Then I just did like the red stripe, and then from there I just went in and added more detail, so it's just a bunch of like squares surrounding it, pretty much. I don't even think I really needed any circles, so the circles rounded it out. I don't know if it like adds like any unnecessary stamp space. Oh well, that's a lot of versions of the costume. Oh hi Lex, thanks for joining. But yeah, this is a method that I've been using since I started making pods in Little Big Planet, and it saved me today. My stream crashed twice today, and I would have lost my Dunkin' Donuts costume if I didn't make so many versions. So like when you're making costumes in Restitched, or when you're making pods in Little Big Planet, when you're making pods like normally, I'm not talking about the creating your pod glitch or anything like that, but like when you're making pods normally in Little Big Planet, the pod doesn't have an undo button, so you have to make multiple versions. So I have like 10 versions of my winter pod. I did the same thing here because, well, even though there is an undo button, when I was like making new stuff, so I made the top of the tree, and then I decided to save before I made the branches. Same thing here. Blank t-shirt. So yeah, 2 of these for Dunkin' Donuts. Then I made the cup in case I messed up while making the D inside of the cup. I just did like new versions in case I messed up. I wouldn't have to undo a bunch of times or delete or anything, so that's why I made it. But yeah, a trick that I made when I started like taking pod making seriously. My pods in Little Planet, they're not crazy, but like, you know, like in Little Planet, when you have like a sticker and you place it on top of another sticker, you might accidentally select the wrong sticker, and then if that sticker is like the main sticker, it could be like a hassle trying to like fix everything. So after that happened to me in Little Planet the first time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just like save each pod. It's better to save than regret not doing so later when a power outage destroys everything. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm still getting the hang of it. Like, I'm just trying to make t-shirt designs. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy like at all. Like, we made this today. But yeah, Restitched doesn't run too well on my computer, but like, I'm still enjoying it. The D isn't centered. I'm very much aware of that. What else did I not talk about? But yeah, my headband is pretty much the red stripe. I just like made that. I just did that a bunch of times until it looked good. The stripe isn't that long, so that's why I had to like make it like multiple times so like it fit properly. And then for my shoes, it's more or less the same thing. The original version of my shoes, the edges weren't as nice. Do I have the original version? I don't think I do. I think I fixed up the edges, but like it's pretty much just like stripes that I place until it looks good. I'm gonna improve the shoes later on. This sort of like basic right now, but wait, do you request characters? No, I don't, unfortunately. And also I'm about to end this stream pretty soon. But yeah, I'm just like getting the hang of this. I'm not an expert, so that's why I can't request characters. Like other than Charlie Brown and Snoopy, like these are pretty basic characters, but like I don't do the requests because I only have like 10 hours, so like I'm not an expert yet. But yeah, maybe in the future I will. If I do any Restitched content in the future, I'll probably do so on my gameplay channel, but I think I'm gonna stick with Little Planet for now. So yeah, on this channel it's Little Planet create mode only. On my gameplay channel, I'm a bit more looser about what I upload. So I was thinking of creating stuff in Animal Crossing. Like I made the week 1 shirt in Animal Crossing. I had an Animal Crossing stream. It's unlisted, but you could check the playlist section to see it. So unlisted streams, there should be a playlist called that. So if you want to see my Animal Crossing costumes, like I made the week 1 shirt in Animal Crossing, and I made the week 1 shirt for Little Planet 1 and 2, as well as the core cap. So I could essentially do the same thing here and put it on my gameplay channel. Like my gameplay channel isn't just for gameplay, it's anything Little Planet related that isn't in create mode. Because I really want to keep this channel strictly create mode stuff, other than these streams. During the summer I was playing other games during the summer, but those streams are unlisted. But you can still see them on my channel if you check the unlisted streams playlist. But yeah, this channel is only for Little Planet create mode. Like I really want to stick to that. But yeah, my gameplay channel, I'll upload whatever I want for the most part. During the summer, I guess I could talk about my plans for my channels. So check it, my create mode channel. My basement flooded a while ago, so yeah, you have to listen. So you checked out the gaming channel. But yeah, I don't have that too many levels on there right now. But my plan is to upload 50 levels from each game during the summer for my gameplay channel. Then my plan for my create mode channel, once my dad deals with the water damage from the basement, like once I'm able to get back to my recording studio down there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish my crawling video I'm gonna upload a quick zip video. I'm gonna do a tutorial / showcase. Then I'm gonna do that 2 more times, so total of 9 videos. Then after that, I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do with my channel. Like, I'm not gonna abandon it or anything like that. Worst case scenario, I switch over to only doing tutorial / showcases. And a tutorial / showcase is pretty much when I make something that I'm proud of and I post it to Reddit or publish it or whatever, and then I just do like a fast-paced tutorial. Fast-paced because it's not something that everyone would want to know. Like my diving and swimming video, it's a tutorial / showcase because no one was begging me to make a tutorial on how to make diving and swimming animations. So it's just something that I thought was cool, wasn't requested, I thought it was cool, decided to do a video on it, fast-paced, because I know that like some people are just curious, they're not necessarily looking to make it for their own level. My RPG animation video was a regular tutorial because there were people that were asking me for it. It was already on my list, but like because it applies to like more creators, I do it like regular tutorials. So yeah, tutorial / showcases is what I might do in the future. But yeah, I'm not abandoning this channel or anything like that. I just have to like deal with like some tech issues and stuff. Let's see. I already showed you all of these costumes, but let me know if you have any more questions about the editor, because like it sounds like you haven't tried Restitched yet. So like I already talked about how you can't make the circle too small. Like I'm trying to find like different circles. Even if there was like only a white circle, I would be happy. Like or like a black circle. I just want to get past that limit so bad. Cause like that's why I had to make the Dunkin' Donuts letters so big. I really wanted to make it perfectly, like I did in Little Bit Planet Vita. Like I just wanted to recreate the Little Bit Planet Vita version. But yeah, this version still looks good. But just know in Little Bit Planet Vita, when I used the corner editor on the sticker panel, I was able to go in with like a lot more detail. The stuff I did in Little Bit Planet Vita was actually crazy. I have a feeling it's about to crash. But I basically made the Chicago Bulls logo in Little Bit Planet. I made this album cover that had like a bunch of detail. It was crazy. Like it was just like the Chicago Bulls logo. I can't see myself doing that here. Well, I mean I might, but it would just be crazy. I would have to do like the crazy workarounds like I had to do when I was making this cup. But yeah. With the corner editor in Little Bit Planet, you have more freedom. You could corner edit something like a corner edit sticker panel, take a picture, and then the size limit. You could just get around that like a lot easier. You just gotta find clever ways to create what you want, man. Yeah. Like the cup thing. The cup thing is a good example of that, but like still though, creating what you want like within the stamp limits. But yeah, I only have 10 hours, so like what I'm saying right now might not apply 50 hours from now. But yeah, I just started playing that. I've only been playing for like a few days. But like compared to like games like Need for Speed, where they have a rap editor that has like a lot more stamps, it just seems a little bit limited right now. But I bet maybe after like 100 hours I won't be saying that. You could also use a glitch giant sidebar for more detail in Little Bit Planet. Yeah, I did that like at least once, I think. I did that when I was making my Money Sackboy. Not the Money Stuffy, like the Money Stuffy, that was inspired by like the Money Sackboy. So like the SpongeBob DLC has like a stack of money, but like it's too big, so I had to make my Sackboy bigger. Not a giant Sackboy, just like a regular big Sackboy, but like I know what you mean. The giant Sackboy glitch. I just don't have like a use for that, but I guess if you're like a costume maker that like makes, I don't want to say girl costumes, but like I've only seen it used for like girl costumes where they have like hearts on their cheeks in order to get it like super small. They make a giant Sackboy. I mean that from Black Ops 2 emblems, just find the right shape. Yeah, I'm just saying like compared to Need for Speed or like other games like that, like Hot Wheels Unleashed, like any car rap editor. This reminds me of that, but like it's just different. Alright, as a test, can you make a quick triangle with minimal stamp uses if you can? Alright, let me start with my blank t-shirt. Must be a single color though. Alright, I'll just make like a green triangle, I guess. Okay, a triangle. It didn't really say if it had to be like isosceles or oblique or equilateral, but like that's just like a basic triangle. But I guess if you meant like equilateral triangle, like the traditional triangle that everyone thinks of, that would just be like slightly different, I guess. I would have to use different techniques to make that. And also another thing I have to say about Restitched, I don't know if it's just me, but the flip button, it confuses me. It doesn't actually flip the way I would want it to flip. So I have to like flip it myself manually. I'm gonna start over. You really like the mirror option? Yeah, I use the mirror option for the shoes. Like for the shoes that I made for my side boy. But like when I was cleaning them up, I just used like I turned off the mirror when I was like cleaning up my shoes though. Sometimes it flips around in one axis and you can't predict. Nothing too terrible though. Yeah, like for me I can't really figure it out at all. It's weird. Okay, so in Little Big Planet Vita, there's actually a way to flip it horizontally and vertically. That isn't in any of the other Little Big Planet games for some reason. Yeah, here's a triangle, not centered. I don't know how many stamps that was. I guess we could count by and do it.